So this is the current stage of my room. The carpet and walls are completely ripped off and destroyed. You see, at the moment, my room is going through a complete transformation. From my gaming setup to even my bed. So in today's video, what are we gonna do? We're gonna build a gaming setup. Now, it's not gonna be the craziest setup you guys have seen, but it's gonna be a temporary setup for me to be able to play games right now until eventually this room is completed. This is where my gaming setup used to be, and obviously there's a lot of planning going into this, but I cannot game here. So that's why we're gonna have to find a temporary spot for me to play my video games. Okay guys, I've been looking everywhere. At the moment, I really can't find a spot that brings the best natural light other than my living room. So my plan is to take all this stuff and kind of just move it to the side, as well as the ottoman, because that's where my monitor is. I'm gonna have to obviously bring up my entire setup over here. I do need a lot of space here, and I don't want to bring down my Alex drawers because I will need it for my final setup anyways. So for right now, I just bought a sit and stand desk off of Amazon. I'm gonna be pairing that with the current countertop I had from IKEA, and that's just gonna be the foundation of the whole setup.
999 hours of cleaning the room.
I've never actually built a setup because all the stuff I had was just from IKEA. So this is gonna be interesting. Let's see how hard it is to build a sit and stand desk. The controller. These are the motors. All right. How does one build one of these? It goes like this. All right. Worst Amazon instructions. It's pretty simple actually. It's just instructions are terrible. Not gonna lie, it's not hard at all, but these instructions are completely garbage. After the frame was done, it was time to install the feet. I installed the 2 screws, and then my brother brought down the countertop, and then we placed it onto the desk. Then we started drilling it in. Here it is. Here's the controller. So obviously you got your up, down, and then you can make, I believe, 3 different presets. I don't know what that is. We also do have a cable vertebrae. I'm not sure if we're gonna put that on right now. It would hide the cable that would go into the wall. Alright guys, so currently this is the sitting level. We have it at 1. My preset is 2 for standing. So if I do click 2, it should go up to standing. I don't know what number I set it at. It will raise up to the amount. Yeah, the cable managing isn't perfect, but now all it really needs is just the monitor. So we're gonna install the monitor. Alright guys, welcome to day 2. So last night I actually did do a lot more work kind of off camera, only because I was locked in. It was like 3 a.m. I brought up my PC with the help of my brother because it was really heavy, so that's just sitting on the side over there. And I did just put up one of the monitors. Apart from that, there's really nothing that changed. As a matter of fact, last night I did actually get another monitor, and it's the same one as the one in the back over there. The reason for that is because I've always been a guy who uses one 27-inch and then one vertical, but I want to try something different only because it doesn't look symmetrical. It looks amazing, don't get me wrong, but it won't work with vertical mon. So yes, I'm taking a gamble, but it's worth it because in the end, if this does work out for me and if I am able to read chat, overall just utilize just a second screen without it being vertical, then it will help me a ton. But enough of that, let me give you guys a little more in-depth on what I actually did. So as I said, I did put my monitor here. It's 144 Hz. Honestly, only like buying LG monitors. The one that I bought is right over here. It is the same exact one. I didn't want it to be like a different size or have like mismatched. I wanted everything to be seamless and perfect. Here is my PC. This is the one that I built. It was actually in a Lee case before, but I switched over to this because eventually when I do my final setup, it is going to be mounted onto the wall, so without those legs. I still didn't remove this plastic film. I don't really think I need to. It's not really annoying me in any way. So honestly, that's really all I did. It's pretty simple. We're just waiting on my monitor mount. I actually had to get another one of the Vivo ones because I lost the top portion, so I had to buy a completely new monitor stand. And when that one comes in, I'm only just going to put the top one on because I already have the bottom one for that. If it's a little bit confusing, you guys will understand in a second. But honestly, I don't really know where to start. I want to make sure the monitor is mounted, and for me to do that, I need the other mount. So I kind of just have to wait for that. We'll see what else I can do right now. Currently, my living room is like scattered with parts everywhere, like my mouse pad, keyboards, and the microphone. But that eventually is all going to go over here.
I hit a new low and stumbled on gold. I want it right now for taking it slow. Never held me down, you did.
Alright guys, finally we got the actual mount set up. Now it's just time to put on the actual monitor. Now I believe this is the same monitor. It looks the same. Even if it's not that big of a deal. So obviously to make it the most bezel-less experience, we're gonna have to put it upside down. It's a little off center on this side. All right, it's nearly perfect. I don't want to tamper with it too much because I'm scared it's gonna fall. All right, the monitors have been installed. I did tweak it a little bit more, so it's pretty much flush on both the sides. Only thing that's really bothering me is that pole sticking up. Honestly, that's fine. In my final setup, I could probably trim it or cut it down, and then I might just end up adding a light bar here to cover a little bit more. But I mean, when you're sitting down, really, you won't really be able to see it. So, all right, guys, the PC is pretty. Oh, hold on, we're getting a call.
Wait, you guys are still watching and not subscribed?
subscribe. What he said. Shout out to Sarang, guys. Also check out his channel. He changes it like every fucking day, so I don't really know what it's called, but it'll be linked down below. Give him a follow as well. I'd made a TikTok earlier on this, and I had this mic installed here. I really didn't like the placement of it. Just to hide the wire, I'm gonna put it over here on this side. I'll shift the PC, probably tilt it more in, and then it would just extend out this way.
I hit a new low and stumbled on gold. I want it right now for taking it slow. Never held me down, you dipped in it so.
There we go. There's the mic, guys. All right, so in case you haven't noticed, I have already routed the cabling in the back. See if we can get in focus. All there. So I just have to, you know, zip tie and all that, as well as all the main cables I need to power the PC are all here. Power cable and the HDMI and display. So everything is properly situated. I just need to be able to put everything else on and know where all the cabling is gonna go. So then I can then zip tie it, make sure the cables are managed, blah, 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 blah. You guys will get the point. This is the audio interface I will be using. I'm not sure how to really pronounce this brand. They did not sponsor me, although this is one of the budget audio interfaces that are really good, that are kind of popping off lately. So if you guys want to sponsor me, you know, just hit me up. I would love to test out some of your products. All right, guys, so for the mouse pad we're going to be using for the setup, it is going to be Gutsy Aiden's collaboration mouse pad. And I have no affiliation with Gutsy Aiden. I just think he makes really cool mouse pads. Also, I'm looking at a text-first mouse pad, so this might actually retire after a little bit, because if I get that, then I might replace this. But either way, both great mouse pads. Bring this a little more to the center. Okay, not perfect, because I'm kind of scared that, you know, the PC might tip over a little bit because the mouse pad is kind of underneath it. But I don't think it should fall. And if it does, like, this is like my biggest worry. So beautiful. Okay, I think I just cooked. So I completely shifted everything around. I moved my mouse pad underneath. I mean, it's still a little bit like weird, but it's okay. It's heavy enough that it's not going to tip over. Not again. But I moved my audio interface inside of the little pocket. I thought that pocket was so awkward, but it sits so flush and perfect. LEDs are also like exposed as well, so it'll look really cool. And then I'll just route the cable through here underneath this and plug it into this. All right, guys, I've been at the setup for probably about 3 days now, and it's finally coming along, and I really think we're gonna be able to knock it all down today. Now we're moving on to the really fun stuff. Peripherals. This could make or break the setup. Honestly, knowing me, probably gonna break it, but I got some pretty cool stuff for you guys. This is a custom keyboard that I have built, and it's freaking gorgeous. This is actually one of the first keyboards I ever built, and it was on a budget, but it has the green Echo Matcha switches, which sounds so good. Oh man, I can go to sleep to this. But for this, we're just gonna place that here. What's cool about this one is it's wireless and wired. For the time being, I'm probably gonna use wireless just because I don't want to have so much clutter all around the desk. But in my final setup, I'll definitely have a hole drilled somewhere in the back over here, just so I can route the cable. Now, if you thought that's cool, the Peripheral Arc is gonna get even cooler with the mouse. So throughout my life, I've loved mouses, mainly the Razer Viper Ultimate. Now, this is the pink one. I also have the white one because I really love this mouse. But I've had the Glorious, I've had a whole bunch of different mice, and I think I might just found my go-to mouse. Yes, sir! Now, if you guys don't know what this is, think about the Razer Signature Edition, but cheaper and better. I mean, in all honesty, the Razer Signature Edition is so good, and I would love it if I could afford it, but this is the next best thing. Some people might actually prefer this more. But this is the WL mouse, and if you haven't heard much about it, it's basically the ultimate mouse. Light as a feather, magnesium body, and 8K polling rate. This mouse does it all for the price of $150, and you could use code. Nah, I'm just messing around. I wish I was sponsored. There we go, boys. So at the top is the dongle. Here is the receiver for the 8K polling rate. And here is the beautiful mouse. Guys, it literally feels like nothing in my hand. I don't know if that was satisfying. Hopefully it was satisfying. It is looking good. All right, so I think right now I'm actually gonna start doing cable managing. So I'm gonna plug in everything with my PC, and then we're just gonna start going at it. So yeah, I'm gonna move the table a little bit. Just try not to break anything. Okay. All right, the PC did not fall. That's a good sign. I honestly have no idea how I'm gonna record this, so I'll be getting in the way, but all right, HDMI 1, and then here is the power. Now these are the cables for the PC, and this is the HDMI, so that one goes right here. And then the display, which is powering my main, is gonna go right in there.
This thing is insanely light.
I know, bro.
I could like throw this and it like, obviously I'm not going to, but like, goddamn.
That's what I'm saying. Now I'm starving. As you guys saw, Kushiv and Sarang are here. I'm gonna go get some food, but we're gonna finish this up right after that. And then it's all about just cable managing everything at the bottom. Honestly, what I thought was gonna be a nightmare is turning out to be pretty easy, and I'm happy about it. We're gonna turn it on just to make sure everything works though. All right, here it goes. Oh, forgot to turn on the switch. Shit. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, silly me. It wasn't pushed in all the way. 3, 2, 1. Boom! Let's go! Come on, 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 come on. Is it broken? Oh, display port. All right, guys, it works. I'm so happy. So I'm just gonna leave it at this now. I'm gonna go grab the food, and then we're gonna work on the cable magic right after.
Later, after grubbing.
All right, cable tied, everything. Now it's time to do the bottom, but I think it's looking pretty good. All right, guys, cable management looks pretty well done. I put all of the cables onto this power strip, and I also put zip ties around the bigger plugs just to make sure they don't sag because they are upside down. I also routed this white wire behind the monitors, and if you guys can't tell, this is the Elgato Stream Deck wire, and this is my white Elgato Stream Deck. Not really sure where to place it, to be honest, because the PC is kind of covering up a lot of the spot. I think I'm gonna place it over here. All right, so we just remove the face, route the cable through right there. All right, there we go. The Stream Deck is on. I actually don't have any presets for this right now loaded up, but I will do it once I actually get everything set up. Now, this lamp I actually got for Christmas. A shout out to Daphne and Amir. They actually bought this for me. But I was debating whether or not to put it in here, and I think it goes really well with the setup. But the best part is, because it is a Govi bulb, you can literally just use your smartphone to turn it on or off, and it just overall just looks so good. It's starting to look so good. Now, this is the display that I mentioned earlier, and I'm actually going to be mounting it right here where the PSU is. This is actually tend to be mounted on the side. I had a lead and lead case before this, but because this is a wall mountable case, I don't have that ability, so we're just gonna tuck this behind the monitor a little bit more. There we go. Now, usually I would keep this area pretty empty, at least on the left side of this, because everything just looks so cluttered. But because my room is being currently renovated, everything is just scattered around the house. My keyboards, my figures, my manga collection. So I thought, what better way to display my stuff than probably just on this side of the desk. So I have this stand for my keyboards, and then just start putting my keyboards there. Here's 2, 3, and then the most recent one. Okay, I switched them around because I think the bigger keyboard should be in the back, and to be honest, it does look really good. I mean, it has a little bit of personality in it, which is why I like it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I do love custom keyboards. I will be making a lot of videos on them, but it still looks like it's missing something. Obi-Wan Kenobi cause figure. Shit, cause figure. Okay, temporarily this does not look bad, but it definitely does look a little cluttered. The simplicity is there, but I just think it's adding a little bit too much. Again, guys, this is a temporary setup, so everything here is temporary, so I can always move it around. But I think that wraps it up, guys. Alright guys, the setup is actually done, and it finished in about 3 days, and I'm actually pretty happy about that. I do want to say thank you all for watching this video. If you did enjoy, there's going to be a lot more videos like this on my channel. So please hit the like button and please subscribe. Anyway guys, I'll see you in the next one. God bless.